All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, October 12th, and I am going to make a short video today, just kind of going over your to-do list, everything that you need to have done for the week, and to go over what we will be covering in class. So I am super excited to be starting a new topic today. We finished up geography. You want to make sure that you go back to what's posted in the Google Classroom for last week, finish up all the geography stuff, get that final graded review done, and let me know if you have any questions. But if you recall last week in class on Thursday and Friday, we wrapped up geography. We talked about how geography is not black and white, it's kind of different shades of gray. A country could say they're one thing, but really they have characteristics of all different types of government. So this week we are getting into our geography unit, and we'll spend about 3 or 4 weeks here. And we call it our Geo Tools unit because it's really about geographic tools and how people use them to study the earth. So as far as your at-home assignments that will need to be completed this week, the very first thing you're going to see posted, and it's number one on my to-do list, is just a regular old Google Doc. It's titled Geography Matters, and you need to read it and answer questions. You can think of it like a digital worksheet. And this really just gets into why does geography matter in 2020? What do we, why do we need it? So you're going to complete this, and I'm going to remind you about the Google Read and Write feature. That's that purple puzzle piece up here. If you want to hear it being read to you, you can even do speech to text to type out your answers if you need it. So don't forget about that feature. So when you are finished with the Geography Matters Google Doc, if you come back to our to-do list, you're then going to see a website. And I want you to spend some time on this website. Think of this website as being your textbook for the unit. There may be things added to it in the future, but right now this is like your textbook. The title of the website is Geographic Tools, and it goes through and gives you information on all the different tools we'll be learning about in and out of class. Tools like globes and maps. It'll talk about why maps are sometimes a problem. Things like GIS and GPS, things that we'll be talking more about. But I want you to read through this website, actually read it. Watch the video clips if you see a little video clip, and take some time. When you are finished doing this, I have a small assignment, not very much stress, and it's a reading check, just something to hold you accountable for reading that information. So once you're finished, you're going to click on a Google form that'll look like this. You'll put your name, and then there's 3 things I want to know. I want you to tell me something new that you learned after reading through that information, something that was confusing to you. If nothing was confusing to you, indicate that. And then one question that you have about any of the tools after you've finished reading. So if you come back to our to-do list, that's number 2. Number 3 is a pretty easy one. There's a lot of vocabulary associated with this unit, a lot of words and terms that you need to know. So to help you with that, you're going to use a Quizlet that I have posted. You're going to see in the Quizlet are 14 terms. So I want, and most of these terms you're going to have seen in this website as well. So I want you to first start with studying the flashcards, and then you can play some of the different games or learning activities. You don't have to submit anything with Quizlet. And then you'll see number 4, the very last thing that I want you to do when you're at home this week is another Google form, and it's a vocab review. There's 12 questions. And this one's a little different than the graded review. If you don't like your grade once you've submitted the form, you can retake it as many times as you want until you're happy with your grade. Just make sure that you actually retake it and resubmit in the Google Classroom. Okay, if you look at our lineup for the week, today I have office hours at 12:30. If you need help with anything, chime in. Tomorrow and Wednesday will be our in-class intro to the GeoTools unit. We're going to talk more specifically about the basics of maps and globes and what we use them for. And then on Thursday and Friday, we're going to get into some of the different tools that are more technology based, like GPS and GIS. something called remote sensing, and we're going to look and see how we use those tools to study changes in land. As usual, let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow and Wednesday. Have a good Monday.